What's up, everyone? I'm going live again. I'm crazy. Ben Lawrence is like, you go live. Wait, I'm live again, everyone. Ben Lawrence was like, you're going live again? You're nuts. That's right. Hey, everyone. What's going on? It's RobFuz here. Hope everyone's good. Back for another hangout. I got a couple guest stars here. Adam Southwick. What's up, brother, from AdamsLand? What's going on?
How's it going, guys?
Brother? I'm just doing a good round table here. We got DizneyDan back fresh from his Disney World vacation. What's up?
I'm not lagging today, so it's all good.
$1,000,000. Of course. HIMT, Caesar, the man. What's going on, brother?
I'm looking at the most boring topic ever. Looking at Tupperware right now.
That's why he's on the stream.
That's the best hangout topic ever.
Awesome.
Tupperware should have been saved for pub talk, really.
Dude, I was gonna talk about Tupperware on my stream, but then I was like, wait, I'm going to a stream. All right, I guess.
All right, so let's get some plugs in here. AdamsLand, talk to me real quick. Let's go through some plugs here. Make it short and sweet. I'm gonna link the links below later. It was a little bit last minute, but I will have his link in here, and we can link him right now. Actually, if we can put him in there. So,
do you know, I would have had a new AdamsLand video up today, but last night I was editing it, and then you went live, Rob, and I was kind of like, and it was getting late. It was kind of like midnight, you know, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was like,
my fault.
No, do you know what? I'm going to go and hang out with Rob for a bit, and then we all jumped onto Ben's stream for a little bit,
nice.
And then I went to bed, and I didn't finish editing the video, and then today I've been at work all day. I literally then came straight home from work, went out for dinner with friends, and then I've not been home all that long myself. So
blame me,
so the vlog's gonna wait for another. That was gonna be my Alton Towers vlog. So
nice.
Yeah.
On what channel? Let's get some plugs in here, Adam.
This is on AdamsLand, which I'm just going to obviously post up the link in the chat now as well. But yeah, this is obviously on my channel on AdamsLand. Hey to everyone in the chat, by the way. Good evening, welcome. We've got who's in Steve's World, Nick Magical News Live. Hello, Mike and Jen, Our Theme Life. So Kenneth the Kentucky fan. So yeah,
nice.
So,
welcome, man.
Yeah, and I've just posted up my channel URL. And I'm going to post up Ebony's as well, because Ebony's Alton Towers vlog just went live.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I didn't even get to see it. So I was going to watch it this afternoon. Sorry about that.
Do you know what? It went up like a day and a half ago. She's already kind of got the amount of views kind of catching up with all of her other videos already. Awesome. So yeah, awesome. Yeah, it's generated a bit of interest. So.
All right, so AdamsLand, Ebony's little channel. We'll put them in the links. DizneyDan, it's your turn. Give me some plugs, Dan.
What's up? How's it going? No, it's good to be back here, back live from Disney. Yeah, just if you guys checked out my live streams this week, they were absolutely awesome. Meeting so many different Disney YouTubers, Resort TV 1, Nick, Magical News Live. I know he's in the chat right now, which, you know, he's an absolutely great guy. R. Johns as well, also in the chat, just like the legend himself. And streaming the magic.
You didn't get to meet R. Johns though, did you?
Yeah, I met him twice.
Okay.
3 times.
Oh yeah, you with the Resort TV 1, I know that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then me and Corey Meets World did the 10-shot Beverly challenge, which was
that was my favorite.
That was crazy. That vlog will be up soon, but yeah, I've just started uploading my vlogs, and it's gonna be really awesome the next couple of weeks. I mean, I've got Disney Fiasco coming back on my channel, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday. Yeah, it's all kicking off now, and it's good to be home. Bit jet lagged, but still got the taste of Beverly in my mouth. But you know.
No, but when you see Corey's live stream, he's like nonchalant. He's like, "Yeah, I gotta go meet this DizneyDan. We're doing some kind of, you know, Beverly challenge." He comes in, and there you are with the tray, and like the employee of the place is helping you, like start loading up the tray with all the different.
I said to him, you know, has this ever been done before? And he goes, no. And he goes, why would anyone do that? So I'm like, well, I mean, I'm doing it for YouTube. I'm doing it for, you know, for entertainment. And he goes, you're nuts, dude. And I just start loading up these like trays full of Beverly shots. And then we set up everything, set up the camera, set up his live stream. And we just see people walking in, just staring at us, taking these shots of Beverly. That's awesome. And we're like, what are you doing? And it's just, it was so funny. And it was, that was actually my second time doing it, that trip. So yeah, I don't think I'll be doing
Beverly challenges.
I think I've drank about 20 shots of Beverly this trip.
Do you actually like Beverly?
I don't mind it. I don't. You know, it's not my go-to drink, but it's not great. But I don't mind it compared to other people.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen,
okay, guys, I'm going to post up. Sorry, can I just interject you? I'm going to post up a very quick link in the chat. This is a vlog from when Ebony and I went to Blizzard Beach and Epcot, and Ebony tried Beverly. Okay. So just purely for her face. If anyone wants to see this, you click on that link later and forward it to 30 minutes and 30 seconds in, just for Ebony's face when she tries Beverly. It is the funniest thing.
And they have Beverly at Blizzard Beach too?
No. This was at Epcot later that night. So yeah, sorry.
It's the co-stream. Got it. Cool.
Yeah.
And Mr. Caesar, I'm sorry, I was setting up the stream. Caesar HIMT's going live. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I want Caesar to come and join us. And he went live.
I had no idea you were going live. I was telling Adam, like, I muted every single chat I'm part of, and I've just been, like, watching anime all day today.
That's too funny.
Goofing off.
That's awesome. But welcome. And you have 2 new channels. You know, you have a new channel and your channel you want to plug. If you want to put the link in there.
Yep. Definitely going to plug Caesar D Salad, man, for sure.
Cool. Definitely checking. I'm the second subscriber to your one channel, so I can go to my grave. Not the first, but there it is in this chat there.
Pal beat you to that one. Yep.
Sweet. Very nice.
Subscriber number 3.
There
nice.
You go. Thank you. The guys are like, well, what are we going to talk about? I'm like, I don't know. I want to hang out with you guys. I don't know. We just have fun. You know, this is fun. I love hanging out. I love Google Hangouts. So this is my thing, I think. So. And of course, I'll be honest with you, I'm going to be blunt here. And I thank you guys for tuning in and watching the live stream and everything. You know, I have to get my hours in. I think I'm about 2,200 hours now and 2,200 something. I don't know what the thing is. And every time I live stream, I get my hours in. So thank you guys for that too. So we'll get my hours in. We'll have some fun. We have some topics we talked about. So, wait, hold on. Adam, you're slacking. I know this isn't pub talk, but go ahead. Every time we do a shot, I want to get the shot of you doing a shot. What happened?
I'm just on the whiskey. Yeah, this isn't pub talk. This is non-pub talk.
But I don't care. You need to go like this to the camera, and I'm going to take your shot, and then you're going to do the shot. There you go. But you don't have to do it now.
There's not much left. Do you want me to fill it up a bit, or there's not much left?
And then you go and put it to cheers up, and then I'll go to you. So I know it's not pub talk.
All right, let me go and get the bottle. Just bear me 1 second.
Yeah, Dan, you missed pub talk. We did pub talk while you were gone. So I don't know if
I was really gutted by that because I really wanted to join you guys, but I mean, I tried coming for the great movie ride and you know, coming in just for a little bit, but I went back and looking at it, and the connection was so bad, and like just walking to Fantasmic, it was just like glitching out, and I was just like, you know, it was, and also because the Wi-Fi there is terrible. Ooh, that looks good. But yeah, I certainly catched up as soon as I got home, and it was really, really just so much fun. So I look forward to it in the future.
I saw some article today. There's something new with Disney Wi-Fi or something. Did anyone catch that in the news or something?
No.
I don't know. I don't remember. I saw it like I saw it. I hope. I pray. Well, hold on a second. Okay, you got it.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine.
Sweet.
Yeah, I hope they're improving the Wi-Fi because the park Wi-Fi was terrible when I last went. It was
Animal Kingdom's the worst.
Yeah, even just trying to do like a Facebook Live video, it just you couldn't get a connection for longer than 2 or 3 minutes. It was awful.
No, it's not good. And I've completely forgot my cast member Wi-Fi password, so I can't even log on to that. So and even that's not great either. So, but
yeah.
It's just not great. I had to use 4G most of the time. I was like just terrified I was going to run out of 4G. So
I was wondering about that. How did you handle that because you're coming from the UK? So
well, I just kept like refreshing my Wi-Fi a lot of the time and trying to stay out of the heat because my phone would just overheat so quick. So that's why when I live streamed from Hollywood Studios when it was just chucking down with rain, I was just like refresh my Wi-Fi. And Hollywood Studios isn't bad, but like going from like Animal Kingdom is just like, because it's all open. Like the Wi-Fi is terrible there. So but it worked. It worked a lot better than I thought it would, but still it's not amazing.
It's especially with someone coming from the UK or from overseas or something, you know, you rely on that, let alone streaming, whatever. You rely on that app for your, you know, to get by with your information and your reservations and your fast pass and everything. And they kind of.
Well, I think at first it was fine with the app. Last time I was out there, the Wi-Fi was fine with the app, but it just, when it comes to streaming, it's just no good whatsoever. So
well, maybe that's on purpose. Maybe they did it on purpose. Who knows?
Even like just standing still, sitting still, I kept having to refresh it. Like you just can't like just stop and let the Wi-Fi just do its thing. It's just, you always have to move and you always have to refresh, and it's just, I had to make deal. I mean, just getting on the Frozen ride, that was so bad. And I was sitting next to Josh from Resort TV 1. He was like, he's streaming fine and whatever. Awesome. And I'm like, yeah, I'm just stuck here doing nothing.
He is awesome. He does a great job.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, I'm glad you got to meet him.
Yeah.
Well, how many? I was asking you all this stuff off stream. I'm like, you know what? Let's save it for the stream. So, how many subs did you mark your subs before you left, and when you got back, how many subs you got?
So I was on something like 360, and then I met Josh and Jenna on like the fourth day, and I crossed 400. As soon as I met them, and then by the end of the stream, the vacation, when I met Corey Meets World, Streaming the Magic, and Nick, that got me over 500, and I think I ended the trip with maybe 515, and now I'm at 523. So yeah, they were just a massive help. They were absolutely amazing. So yeah, they were awesome, and I didn't realize how quickly it would jump up just for being a week, just getting there for a week. So
you, Corey, Meg, you guys are awesome. I knew you guys were going to build up quick. So, you know, you put good content out, you do live streams, you do a lot of stuff, and you'll build. It's great. You guys are doing awesome. So, all three of you.
Yeah. I've maybe got like 100 vlogs to do now and then to edit.
I thought you said you had 10. Now you have 100?
I've got honestly, I filled up like 2 64 gigabyte memory cards.
Wow, that's awesome.
So I'm like, I don't want to make like 20-minute long videos. So it's going to take me a long time. So.
Awesome.
We'll see.
Yeah, Mike from Our Team Live says that they always use the 4G when they go to the parks as well, because the Wi-Fi is just so spotty and hit and miss.
Yeah, 4G technology is so good though. It's it's pretty neat. So yeah, we wound up doing that too. Maybe at the hotel or something. Well, my kids, we're all Wi-Fi junkies, so we kind of need it. So D&G Explorers, hey guys, it says, can you use phones to access the Google Chat, or is it computer only? It's Google Hangouts. I think you can do Google Hangouts by phone, right, guys? Yeah,
I did it from the parks. Can
you do like read the chat and do all the stuff like I'm directing, like my host? Can you do it from a phone?
You can't read the YouTube chat because it's all through the app. But you can still get the whole the screen, so you can see who's here and who's not here and whatever.
Yeah, I think you got to experiment with that, guys, because I just use the computer, so I don't really have the answer. And even Dan was saying, I guess you can use it, but I don't know if you'll get the full experience. It is a little bit involved. It's kind of like a TV studio. It's like switching. I see the guys on the bottom. If I don't touch anything, it switches automatically when you guys talk. Or I could bypass that, just click them and just leave them on or whatever. So it's kind of the way it works. So
Frankie's in the chat.
I'm sorry, what?
Frankie's in the chat.
Oh, hey, Frankie. What's going on, brother?
Miguel's also
Alpha Traveler. Miguel, yeah.
Yeah, meeting at Disney Life for me was they were just so much fun to me as well. And we rode Alien Swirling Saucers, which was great. So, yeah, it was awesome meeting them as well.
Caesar's so excited about the park talk. Thanks, Caesar.
You're welcome.
What was some of your topics? You had some. Yeah, I got some good.
You had a story, didn't you?
Yeah, let's hear your story.
I told you I couldn't tell that story on here. I don't know. Maybe.
Never mind.
I was telling the story on my stream, which it was fine. But then like over here, it's G-rated, so I can tell the story. It's like a fun little boys will be boys story, Yeah, but it was fun. But No story. I'm just here with my Tupperware. I was watching Signs last night.
Oh, great movie.
I was having a tough time going outside after watching the movie because it was like 1 a.m. trying to throw away trash outside. It's kind of hard now.
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie in a long time. It was good.
Yeah, man, it was good. Well, I don't know if I could spoil it or not.
Don't spoil it. I want to see it again.
Oh, all right. No spoilers.
Are you going to review it on your channel?
I got to, right? I have to put up some content. I haven't posted anything in almost 2 weeks now.
Okay. Very cool.
Just been lazy, man. Just haven't been doing it. Let's see what I would have to do to get HIMT to Disneyland. That could happen, Ben. I guess it'd be a terrible experience, but it could happen. What's going on, Ben?
What's going on, Ben Lawrence, my man? Ben's like, man, you stream way too much. And then I told him why, and he was like, all right, you're right. So that was someone who's talking.
I don't know.
Not me.
Not me.
That's Ebony in the background.
Oh, okay. Hey, Ebony, tell her we said hi. So
I don't know.
She's filming a video.
I don't know what
She's just about to do it about.
Oh, tell her good night. So what's up, Adam? You got to see. Go. You can talk to Ebony. Tell her we all said hi. I look. She goes, hi.
Bear me 1 second. Yeah, bear me 1 second.
Go ahead. So Caesar,
I'm just gonna jump up.
Go ahead. Go for it. Caesar, what do you got going on? See, Signs. What's some of your future movies you're going to be reviewing?
Differences between Alien and Aliens. Horror versus action. Different direct styles. From what was it? James Cameron and the other guy who directed Alien. I'm not sure. I need to brush up. I need to brush up for sure, right? All the Alien fans would be so mad at me now for not remembering. Need to watch some of the other movies. I think gonna dissect Cars, mainly because I like Cars, and Cars is a good movie. Other than that, though, I'm not really looking forward to any other movies. Just whatever kind of strange movie piques my interest, which I love watching.
It has to be bizarre movies, or
it doesn't have to be bizarre, but I just love watching foreign films because they're way more interesting than the traditional films made here in the U.S. I was watching a film made in Spain, and it was so hardcore at the end. I can't get into details here. I can't get into details in this channel, but it was pretty badass, and I thought it was just great hardcore ending. Definitely strange.
Ben got mad at you in the chat.
Why?
He put Ridley Scott.
It's Ridley Scott. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ben, you can come fight me because I'm gonna review the prequels on my channel as well. So that's gonna be fun to look at. Just really analyzing them. Just having in the, with the Clone Wars, just having the rest of it filled in from really Clone Wars to well, yeah, the cartoon, because I know Ben's a hater and he's never seen the cartoon, which he should because he's missing out.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
The cartoon's really good. I just don't like how it's kind of all the episodes are all over the place. It's the only thing I don't like.
I don't mind. I love the whole story, just all the stories there.
I've never seen it.
It's really good.
What the cool thing is, I went to Star Wars Launch Bay opening day, December 1st, 2015. And I saw, all kinds of people, Star Wars fan, in the opening scene. And I sat this little girl, maybe she was 5 or 6. A couple kids, a couple of different variations. And, I'm like, I wonder if she's into Star Wars, it wasn't really stereotyping. But that came up and they showed a nice montage of all the different Star Wars stuff. And then the cartoons and the Clone Wars came up and she just lit up. She was so happy that she saw that, you know what I mean? And that kind of really made these kids Star Wars fans, so it's pretty cool.
I just find the prequels just so hard to get through. Attack of the Clones is by far one of the most hated movies. I just can't stand it.
Our buddy Ben Lawrence
about that movie I like. Yeah, so there's nothing I would take Phantom Menace any day.
Yeah, can you do Monster House just as a goof? Because Ben's just...
Dude, I'll do Monster House as a serious thing. Just be Monster House is the greatest movie ever. It's a simple concept. Couple kids going around on Halloween. They find, surprise, surprise, a monster house. It'll be great, man.
Too funny. Yeah.
It ruined the youth of America. That's a lie, man. That's a lie.
Funny. So, Dan, I have an issue. My son plays... believe it or not, he got to Star Wars. He's seen most of the movies. He hasn't seen 1, 2, and 3 yet. So he plays Star Wars Angry Birds, and he wants to see the prequels because he knows the characters. So I've been putting it off. So Ben says I can't show my kid the prequel, so and I guess you agree. Ben will like you because you don't like the prequels. So too funny.
It's just one of those things. Like I didn't grow up back in the 70s and 80s, so I watched the original trilogy over and over and over again and loved it. I remember just watching VHS over and over again. But I watched the prequels, and episode 1 I can just about tolerate now. Darth Maul kind of just like, right, we get to Darth Maul stuff, I'm into it, let's go. Other than that, just forget about it. But Attack of the Clones, every single scene in that movie, I could just rip to shreds because it's just that bad. Yeah. And Revenge of the Sith, I mean, it's probably the best out of the 3, and you know, it just is worsened by the other 2. Like if it was just a standalone, I think it would have been okay, but because it has those 2 previous ones, it just doesn't do it for me.
See, what I always recommend to people who absolutely hate the prequels is you go on YouTube and you look up Star Wars Neon Noir, and you'll get an amazing experience that just completely cuts out the Phantom Menace and most of episode 2 as well. It'll just give you this beautiful like episode 3 with a little bit of fluff using the other 2 movies. And it's just awesome. Ben refuses to watch it, but I always recommend it to anybody who wants to give the prequels a chance. Fantastic fan edit there. Definitely watch it. It's worth your time.
I have it. I have not seen the fan edit yet, so
you should definitely watch it, man. It's great. You know, it like my favorite part about the prequels. Like, I know Ben's gonna get mad for me just saying that. I'll be honest. You know, the prequels for me isn't really so much about the story. It's about the world. Like, it really sets up the world that the Star Wars universe used to be before the Empire pretty much took over and we were stuck on desert planets afterwards. And just seeing the world, like the bottom layers of Coruscant, you know, the slums, the ghettos of Coruscant is so fascinating just to see like the different hierarchies of just life. As you're at the bottom, it's just slums and, you know, bars and just other inappropriate things. But, you know, as you get higher, it's just like more advanced, and you got assassins there. You got like futuristic tech. It's just an amazing world. I can't watch the prequels and not just be like fascinated by the entire universe that used to be there pretty much. But then it just got erased by, you know, the Empire. And so kind of sucks. But
I see your point, but the problem is I would be so into that if they didn't spend half the movie of episodes 1 and 2 on Tatooine.
Oh, for sure. For sure. It's just
so like, if they went somewhere else, then yeah, I mean, it would have been better.
Like,
but they had to go back to Tatooine.
The fan edit, because they pretty much just cut that out, which is just perfect.
I actually prefer Revenge of the Sith over Rogue One. Weirdly, I found Rogue One so disappointing. I really did not like it. And but I'm quite a harsh Star Wars critic, I feel.
You know, I saw Rogue One. I enjoyed it. I went with a group of people. We go every year, my Star Wars posse that goes see the movies. I liked it. You know, I bought it, and I've seen it once. That's it. So maybe I didn't like, because I've seen the other Star Wars a zillion times. Other Star Wars movies that, you know, episodes 4, 5, and 6, and 7 really. So. But I haven't really seen 1, 2, and 3 much, and I've seen 3 once too. So I don't know. I guess if I've seen it once, it puts it along the same category. So, Adam, what do you think? Adam, you're muted too. You got to unmute because I muted you because of Ebony. Unmute you. Sorry about that. You just got to hit the microphone again.
No, that's cool.
So there you go.
That's cool. Yeah. I kind of enjoyed Rogue One, to be fair. I had to keep on reminding myself that it was a spin-off movie and not, you know, one of the main story ones. But I did enjoy Rogue One. So better than the prequels. I'm kind of with Dan on that. My least favorite is episode 2 by a long shot. None of the prequels are great. There's moments that are okay in some of them, you know, like Dan said, you know, in episode 1 with Darth Maul. In episode 2 where you see Yoda fight finally, you know, and show his skills. That was great to see. Against Dooku, was it? Count Dooku? But then the last film was probably, I don't know, it was frustrating in a lot of ways, but I mean, none of them are a patch on the original trilogy, or even on the newer ones either. So
I'm laughing at the chat. So
I got a question for you guys who like, you know, who everyone who's like pretty much against the prequels. I think I'm pretty much the only person who actually accepts them. But how would you feel about Star Wars if the prequels had come out first? You know, and you didn't know Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker and you were all along for the journey. Do you think you'd enjoy them more, or do you think you would have never given the original trilogy a chance after watching the prequels? Let's just say, you know, hypothetically they come out first. So
that is a very, very good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Would you give the original trilogy a chance?
You know what? There is people that in a scenario where they see the first three first, and then they.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is for you guys who's, you know, trying to think about it. You know,
it depends. It depends on whether you're talking like, are you talking the 70s and 80s films didn't exist and the prequels still came out in the 90s when they came out, or are you talking the prequels came out around that time? Because I think what made Star Wars was it was light years ahead of its time anyway. So that's what, you know, that's
let's say the prequels came out in like the 70s, 80s.
So what would you think?
The thing is, like, if you thought about that, like, if that did happen, I'll be like, oh, that Yoda is so boring. He's just sitting in a chair doing nothing. And then, you know, you have him, you know, flailing a lightsaber like he's, you know, I'm not, because it's a PG show, I'm not going to say anything, but like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And like, when I watch Empire Strikes Back, you know, Yoda's all about like, the Force is not about muscle, it's about like the Force around you, and you don't need to be flinging a lightsaber. And when I saw that in the prequel, I was like, he just contradicted himself. He just literally, and if I did watch episodes 1, 2, and 3, I'd be like, who are these boring characters? Like, episode 1 has no main character. Qui-Gon dies, Obi-Wan's on a ship most of the film, and Anakin comes in halfway through. There's no main character. So I'm like, who's the protagonist? I don't get it. So I don't think it would have been as good, like, if they came out before. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Good opinion. Good thing. Because, yeah, that's what I was wondering. You know, would you guys be willing to watch the original trilogy after watching the prequels first? I don't think I would. Probably not, because I definitely saw the original trilogy first.
I think I'd be intrigued to see where it went.
Be intrigued just to see it all the way through, huh?
I'd be intrigued to see, like, you know, I think if you got invested into something, then sometimes you just get intrigued to see where it's going, don't you? So,
right. Well, especially with Star Wars, sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
What do you guys think about the new, what is going to be a trilogy? 7, 8, and what would 9 be? What do you guys think?
9 has to change.
It has to like delete 8 and then just redo 8.
Well, what's the deal? Like, it's all new characters in these new movies coming out?
Yeah.
Okay.
9 was supposed to be Carrie Fisher's film.
Right.
So she kind of took that agreement with the producers and the directors. Like, you know, obviously, you know, number 7 was Harrison Ford's film. Number 8 was Mark Hamill's film. And number 9 was supposed to be Carrie Fisher's film.
Mm.
And then all of a sudden, obviously.
Yeah. But she's still, but Princess Leia is still alive in the movie. So unless they have like an opening crawl saying
that's because they had shot the second film, the second of the new films, like, you know, episode 8. They shot that before she died, obviously. So so they didn't know she was going to pass away before filming was complete. So obviously she's still going to be. Yeah,
it's a shame.
I'm going to be really controversial and say that I actually quite like 8. Just hear me out. I think the Finn and Rose storyline is terrible. I think it's one of the worst things, I think, in a Star Wars film, because they go off to do this mission and it ends up
so boring.
It's like they don't even achieve it. It is just pointless. I think the only redeeming part of that movie is Kylo and his character progression, and I think a lot of people were a bit annoyed how the Force is changing and how, like, they can now see people in different parts of the galaxy, blah, blah, blah. But we didn't know that when the prequels came along. We didn't know they could Force jump. They didn't know they could do all these types of things. So I quite like the development of the Force and kind of just making it a little bit different. And I think the characters are a lot better than things like Rogue One and Solo. But, you know, there are other parts of the storyline, like Finn and Rose, which just... can't get through it. So,
right.
But I do enjoy the movie. I don't think it's good as Force Awakens, but 9 has to impress me.
I could invite Ben in if you guys want.
No,
He's gonna
be here for hours.
He's gonna rip all of us to shreds.
We'll be here for hours. Go ahead, Adam. What were you saying? The table's yours.
I was just gonna say I kind of enjoyed 8 as well, but like not that scene that Dan was just describing. That was a bit. Yeah, that was. I mean, I've only seen 8 the once. Maybe I needed to rewatch it, and maybe my opinion will change. But I mean, that casino film, that casino scene was just, it was ridiculous. Like, I wasn't a fan of that bit. But I've kind of got mixed feelings about the whole Snoke thing. You know, the fact that it was a red herring. Like, you know, it's intriguing now to see where Kylo Ren's character is going to go.
Is it though?
You know, but the Snoke thing, I wanted Snoke to be, you know, this ultimate sort of power, you know, on the dark side of the Force, and obviously, you know, that character was kind of almost, it was a red herring. It was pointless. Almost, so
he wasn't even built up in Episode 7, though. He was just a guy in a hologram. Like, he wasn't. Whereas the Emperor was more like, he was built up from the start. Like, he had that presence. Whereas I think Snoke was just like, oh, he's just a big bad guy, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I like Snoke. People like that character, guys.
It makes Kylo's character more like interesting now that he killed him.
Definitely.
So I don't know. I think Star Wars fans in general, either people love the new film or hate it, and then it's the other way around when the next.
I was going to bring that point up too, man. Like, Jesus, like after The Last Jedi, it was amazing. Like that onslaught of hate and and defending, and you know, it's a movie. Come on, like I know it's Star Wars.
But you know what's funny? It's like after The Force Awakens, they were like, "Hey, this is too much like A New Hope. This is pretty much the exact same plot like a New Hope." And now you have a Star Wars movie that's nothing like Star Wars, and everyone's still complaining.
Yeah, that's funny.
So what thing do we have? Like, can we even, you know, have a film that is too like familiar and not familiar? Like, you're not going to win. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Good point, Dan. Good point. It's only a matter of time before we start talking about the prequels. Right, Caesar?
Has anyone seen our theme live's comments in the chat about the prequels?
Yeah, I know they're just kind of new to Star Wars. The first time we watched Star Wars, you can read it, Adam. Go ahead.
Yeah, so Mike said the first time they watched Star Wars all the way through, they started with the prequels. And they really tried to take them at face value. Not the best, not the worst. There were a few cool moments for sure. And then Mike's gone on to say, they wanted to basically start it in chronological order, just to see how good or bad the prequels set up the original trilogy. So that's interesting that, you know, that some people did start from the prequels and not from the originals.
Yeah, because they knew the rides and everything, and they just said in their stream the other day that they were new to Star Wars and stuff. So,
I mean, I did something similar when Episode 7 was released. When I booked my tickets to go to the cinema to see Episode 7 a couple of years ago, I actually rewatched all the films to get myself, and I rewatched them in chronological order rather than doing it original and then prequels. So. Just to build up, just to go through the entire storyline leading up to Episode 7. So I did that over the course of that week. But by that point, I'd already seen them all a million times anyway.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean, Star Wars is like the most like controversial thing.
Yeah,
it just is. It's just, you know, in movie theater, you know, every time you hear something about Star Wars, it's just like, oh, do people love it? Do people hate it? Solo, that made like no money. So I think Disney especially have to be very careful of where they're going to go next with this.
Well, what's next? Now, does the next movie come out before Galaxy's Edge opens up?
Yes, I believe so. Or is it around the same time?
When's the next movie? I don't even know.
Is it December of next year? So it's after Galaxy's Edge. It must be.
Well, Galaxy's Edge is going to open up in Disneyland early.
It says on Google here, Star Wars Episode 9 release date is meant to be no, that's wrong. Hang on. Sorry.
Isn't it like in December 2019?
Yeah, because it's every December every 2 years, isn't it? No.
I think so.
Sure. Yeah,
15, 17, and 19.
Year.
Star Wars is like such a hard thing to talk about. Everyone is so
19th
passionate.
of December 2019.
Yeah. And then there's no sub movies. I guess Solo was a sub movie, and it was this year.
So,
I'm just waiting for Jabba the Hutt, the movie.
Just waiting for Obi-Wan's movie, but because of Solo, I don't think it's coming out.
The Fett's movie.
I want Boba's movie too.
What about the guy in the end of Return of the Jedi who sits next to Lando in the Millennium Falcon? The weird-looking alien one.
You want his movie?
I want his movie.
How he became such a good co-pilot.
Why was he worthy of sitting in Chewbacca's seat? That's what I want to know.
Nice.
He's got those big eyes, man. He can see everything.
So, question on the table, and I'm going to pose it to all three of you, and you can answer it, Caesar. Are people going to be hypercritical about Galaxy's Edge like they are in the movies?
I don't know what this is, so yes.
Galaxy's Edge is the new land in Disneyland and Disney World.
I don't know what this is, so yes.
So.
I don't think so. I think they will be very open to it.
What I think is Galaxy's Edge?
Galaxy's Edge is the new park in Disneyland for Star Wars and the new park in Disney Studios and Disney World for Star Wars. So they're building two. You don't know about this? There's two parks.
Other parks? Star Wars? Oh, I have no idea.
It's like a new land. Fantasyland. Tomorrow. I can't believe I'm explaining this to you. Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, Frontierland, Galaxy.
Is it like tearing? So. Is it? This is for context. Are they tearing down different lands, or
they did?
Just,
yeah, they did. So,
of course, they're going to be people like Ben Lawrence are going to be hypercritical about it. Then there you go. I answered the question. No room for discussion. Just
Ben was, but that's cool. That's Ben. I wouldn't put it past him. But
it's always so funny. Just all right. I'm sorry, Dan. I stepped over you.
Let's go for it, Dan.
I think if it's the movies, yes. But I'm just looking at Ben's.
That's what I laughed at. I just burst out laughing at that. Yeah, it was prequel trash rioting.
Love Ben Lawrence. That guy's awesome. He's awesome.
I completely lost my train of thought now.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know how people are going to take. Oh my God! The Millennium Falcon ride was this and that and this, and I can't believe they have this and that, and I can't believe Princess Leia flew through space and this and then the New World Order was the Stormtrooper ride. Oh, it's good, but if they did this or that and this and this and that and and this and the food's going to be this and that food sucked and Chewbacca doesn't eat that food. They're going to be like super sensitive like that, or I don't know.
I think no one is ever going to be happy again with like a different park because it's all been done before. Like until something new is done, like the whole concept of a theme park is so old at this point. Like no one is ever going to be happy with anything new that they make. At least that's my opinion, especially when it comes to like stuff like, oh, the ride could have been like this, like because I remember like when you guys were talking about how passionate like when Disneyland was sort of like like still hyped up like new rides that they would make completely original stuff. Like it's all been done so much. I think it's just never going to be, no one is ever going to be happy because it's all been done like hundreds of times at this point.
Right.
That the park, I think the whole park concept itself is kind of getting stale. And I think that's why people are having such a tough time accepting it too.
Good point.
And I think that's the problem now with places like Disney World. Everything is now going to be compared to Flight of Passage over at Animal Kingdom, because that ride is ahead of its time. It is just so good compared to everything else. And if Galaxy's Edge doesn't put out a ride like Flight of Passage, then
they set the bar high with Flight of Passage.
Yeah, it's the only thing I feel that Galaxy's Edge can win me over something like Flight of Passage and Satuli Canteen and everything about Avatar is if they have surprise about food. If they have a restaurant called Admiral Snack Bar.
Yes, I like that.
I mean, that's the only way they can win me over. Blue Milk, just sign me up.
Blue Milk.
All right, what about a rocket ship to space? Can they win you over like that?
No, because they have mission space in Epcot. So
I mean, an actual rocket ship to space.
Oh.
Yeah, our buddy Mike says, I'm really looking forward to Galaxy's Edge. Disney claims it's the biggest expansion they've ever done. If they do it right, it may overshadow Wizarding World of Harry Potter. That was actually going to, before you guys were talking, I was going to bring up the point. I know I could put on the level Harry Potter fans and fanatics, and I've never heard a bad thing about the 2 parks of Harry Potter. Have you? Have you guys heard anything?
No, because it's amazing.
And
I'm not even a big Harry Potter fan, but it is amazing. So
I was just there for the first time. I was literally there for the first time, and I was blown away by it all. And I'm not a big Harry Potter fan either.
So I don't know. Like the plans are on the table for Galaxy's Edge. I don't think it's gonna suck. But my only negative is, and I've been to Harry Potter twice. I think I haven't been to the new one yet in Islands of Adventure. But my only negative is it's just too crowded. You know, I don't know about now, but when I went, it's just too crowded. And I'm just dreading that with Star Wars. Like, how are you gonna have a good experience? And it's just gonna be, like, I could just imagine, like, literally the Earth kind of tilting that everyone's over at Galaxy's Edge in the park. The park's gonna be tilted because everyone's gonna be over there. Ben says hashtag needs more dark rides. Yes,
that's true. Pretty much every ride at Universal has like a 4D, like except for like the Mummy and Ride Rocket. Like everything else is like 4D. So I think that's probably the only negative.
Yeah,
hashtag Monster House ride.
That should be at Halloween Horror Nights.
What's
Monster
that?
House.
Oh,
Monster House ride.
Busted my balls. I don't know what for some reason they have Monster House on there. I think Caesar might have brought that up once. Thanks, pal.
What's wrong with that, Rob? Just a good old long running joke.
Yeah, no, it's just funny.
He's so mad about it.
So every time I go to Adam, he's talking to someone.
Sorry, every time you guys to talk to me, I'm getting.
It's all right. I'm sorry. I want to bring it. I keep trying to bring it up. So, Adam, you saw the Meg 2-minute review?
Yes, I saw the Meg last night. Yeah, just bear me 1 second.
Okay, hold on a sec. Snacks. All right, we'll get at it. We'll come back.
TMT started it.
Yeah, come back to me.
T started it. Who wants to see the Meg? I kind of want to see it.
I want to see it.
I don't know if I'm going to see it in the theaters, but
I want to see Monster House again.
All right, I'm going to hashtag Monster House out of here. So
you know what? Just because you said that, I'm just about to buy Monster House on Blu-ray. Just for you guys.
I have Monster House too.
I have a digital copy of it. I don't have anything else. But... All right, Adam, you done there? We get snacks.
I'm looking forward to the Meg.
I get snacks.
Go ahead. So, what do you think, Adam? No spoilers, please.
Where we get the Meg?
Yes, please.
Oh, mate, it's better than Jaws.
It's better than Jaws. You changed your tune.
Hold on.
I'm joking. I just said
better than Links. Don't diss this.
I said that to wind you up. No, it's exactly what I expected it to be. It's a bit cheesy in parts. That said, it is better than the Deep Blue Sea. Oh, that's not difficult, really, but it's better than the Deep Blue Sea. It's certainly no Jaws, but I think the film does a couple of decent head nods to both films. So, but yeah, it was better than I was expecting it to be. I will say that. So yeah, it wasn't great, but it was better than I was expecting it to be. So yeah, it was. Nice. I don't know. It was reminiscent of the summer film, I guess. Look at the figures it's taken in the box office. It's blown away expectation, hasn't it already? So
there's nothing really out there, though, is there?
Is it better than Sharknado 4? Sharks versus aliens.
Oh, I don't know about that. Or the Sharktopus versus what was it? The Sharktopus versus the whale wolf or whatever.
I don't know what the hell.
Yeah. Yes. Categorically, yes. It is.
Darn.
Did you guys see The Shallows?
I did not.
I've tried watching it. I don't think I finished it. I started watching it on a plane.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I've seen it yet. So.
Yeah, it's just like Deep Blue Sea. It's just like another shark movie that's trying to be like Jaws, and it's just...
Is that the one with the girls in the cage?
No, this one's on... She's like stranded on a rock, and there's like a shark trying to eat her.
Right?
Yeah, she's a surfer. And
attractive looking girl. I don't remember who it is. So.
What is her name?
Like based on a real story or something?
I don't think so.
Sounds like
not. Is Sharknado based on a true story?
I mean, it could be, right? There's plenty of hurricanes down there in Florida.
I think The Reef is based on a true story, wasn't it? Was it The Reef?
Blake Lively is in The Shallows from 2016. So
yeah.
she's just like this rebel surfer who wants to go surfing. You know, like it's just the premise is horrible. Like she goes off on her own and she's like in a bad neighborhood and these people help her and like it's just weird. Just very strange. And I'm not ruining the film, so don't even bother.
Is this Shark Week number 2?
Ruin the film.
Shark Week number 2.
Yes,
It's not Shark Week. I'm already working at Shark Week next year already. Wow, I'll tell you what though, Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 78. Wow. Okay, well maybe I'm wrong.
Is that what the Meg you're talking about? Or?
No, this is
The Shallows.
The 78 by Rotten Tomatoes. The audience gave it a 59%, which isn't great. But
just average, isn't it?
It's not horrible. Yeah,
What
I guess
is?
I gotta finish watching it.
What do you think? What's the best thing about the Meg without spoiling it, Adam? I'm just curious.
It's like, what's the premise? It's like an underwater something, right? And then there's a mean shark that makes Jaws look like he's like a peewee or something, right?
So the premise is it's a science film, so like scientists with an underwater base station diving sort of submarine station. I instantly, as soon as I saw science, I thought, "Oh God, Deep Blue Sea, here we go. They're going to make it clever again or something." But no, thankfully, it wasn't any kind of science experiment like that. It was more they were exploring a certain canyon in the ocean that they weren't sure if this canyon went down to the bottom of the seabed or whether there was more below that, like through some sort of hydrogen cloud, if you like, down there. And they kind of penetrate through that, and there's stuff that they've never kind of seen or explored before. But yeah, this is essentially where the Meg comes from, and it sort of comes into the normal seas then, and decides to attack and destroy everything as you would expect. So yeah, it's a bit daft. It's not, it's a bit far-fetched, shall we say? But it's what was the best part about it?
Well, you don't know daft like Daft Punk?
Yeah.
I don't know, but Adam's been giving us UK slang
English
101. So
yeah, English.
See, I got it, but
I know you did, and it was no problem. I was like, "Hey, Dad, what is daft? What does that mean?" Go ahead.
You mean daft?
Daft. There's no R in it.
I gotta learn it.
Daft.
This is a north-south thing in England, where people from the north like me speak properly, and people from the south add a letter R.
For real right now?
I don't know if you know this, Adam. I don't know, but Dan did bring this up in one of his live streams. But look, he's shaking his head. I don't think he knows.
Here we go. Let's go.
This is what I came here for.
Let's wrap up the Meg, though. Hold on a sec.
I can end this argument with Dan right now. Okay, so Dan, 4 questions. Okay, number 1.
Yes.
Do you walk on a path or a path?
Path.
Do you take a bath or a bath?
It's a bath.
Do you laugh or do you laugh?
Laugh.
Okay. What's the subject you did at school with numbers? Maths.
Boom.
Argument has been ended.
I was just trying not to say it because
argument has been ended right there. There we go.
Dan, what is in your live streams? What is the word they want you to say all the time? I forget.
Oh, it was like it's the American version of a charity shop.
Oh, right.
I have no idea what that is. Can you say it for me, please?
You can type it.
Can you say it?
I'll put it in the.
I always want them to say it, but it's too funny. A pawn shop. That's what they want. They don't like. But there it is. They don't like.
Rob, you say it kind of funny too, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. That's a running joke with us too. But Pawn Stars and Pawn Shop.
I was like, yeah, I found it was like I found a Disney Imagineering pin in a pawn shop. It just sounded wrong.
Yes.
So many ways. Like, no, it's like it's my accent.
I remembered it before you typed it too, dude. I actually did remember. It's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
And then like I think it was like AJ from the Kingdom Times was like, "What is your favorite piece? What's your favorite chess piece or something?" You're just trying to make me like say it the whole time.
Come on, as much as annoying as to get you, it's funny. It's funny. Everyone cracks me up. And Caesar's thing is unfair Mario. That's Caesar's thing. If you watch him play on his stream, Unfair Mario is just great. It cracks me up.
Right.
You guys crack me up. It's all right. If you haven't seen John play Unfair Mario, like this could be like a reality show. He gets a little salty on his show. That's
How
not
could
very
it be a
family
reality show? It's just me playing a dumb game.
That's great. I love it. Too funny. I don't know. It seems like we have a lot of people watching, but it says like we have 3 or 4 when I go to our page. So it's pretty sad. That's all right.
Yeah, it's saying only 4 now. There was like 10 or 11 before.
Yeah,
so,
it's good.
Yeah.
I don't care. We're just having fun. It's all right.
I think they don't like the Meg or they don't like the Star Wars.
Yeah, they didn't want to get spoiled by it. That's the reason.
We're out of here. We don't want to get
Spoilers.
The Meg is the biggest movie of the year. We don't want to get spoiled by it.
Adam, anything in the chat?
That got 97% in Rotten Tomatoes as well. So
What? The Meg?
No, it
yeah,
didn't.
97%.
Wow.
Art Johns is still here.
Yeah, Art Johns, what's going on, brother? Yeah, see, look, like Haley's here. Art Johns is here. Cool Stanley, Frankie. I think Ben's still here. Julia was here, and it just says, I don't know. It's weird.
Ben left after we stopped talking about Monster House. Hashtag bring it back.
Bring it back. So, anything in the chat there, Adam? Up. I had him on. Hey, I had him on. Woo.
Yep, did that for you then. So yeah, where are we up to? It's just Julia's in the chat. Haley's in the chat. Have we just done that bit already?
Yeah. More Monster
House. There's nothing question wise that's been brought up in the chat so far. Mike's laughing at mine and Dan's North-South debate. So Northerners and Southerners.
That could be a reality show right there. The North-South debate.
I loved it when they got a confrontation. It was so funny.
I kind of put a kibosh to it because I don't want it to get ugly in here. So,
well, Rob, you asked. Rob? You did ask me about. Was it fish and chips? Wasn't it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a stream that we were on, and you were in the chat. I think at the time when I was saying the best fish and chips.
But I think we had I think Rob and I had another one and he asked me, why is the South better than the North for fish and chips? And I had like 20 reasons why. And then I was like, don't tell Adam because he's.
I think that's what it was. Yeah. Who said they liked the fish and chips in England in Epcot? Who said they liked that? Is that you, Adam?
Well, I said I like fish and chips in Epcot.
Someone said that the best fish and chips were from Epcot. I don't know who it was.
No, God, no, they're not. Yeah, I mean,
don't even.
The ones in Epcot are okay. They're passable. Like I remember having fish and chips. I was in New York back in 2001, and I stumbled across a fish and chip shop. I thought, yes, here we go. Now you're talking my language, and it was the worst thing I've ever eaten in my life. It was horrendous. So yeah. But no, the ones in Epcot are passable. They're quite good. So,
I mean, at least we agree on something, Adam, about fish and chips. But from after that, it just that's where it gets a bit rocky.
Yeah, exactly.
Too funny.
I'll show you one day, Dan.
Yeah, right.
How far do you guys live from each other?
About 200 miles.
Really?
Yeah, roughly, it's about 200
roughly,
miles.
Yeah.
Roughly, give or take.
Until I move to Hastings, where it's even further.
But we did say that we're possibly going to catch up at Alton Towers sometime. So.
Oh, that actually reminds me. I have a Merlin Pass 2018 employee pass, so we can go from there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you see Adam? He's like, nice.
He's like, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I've got mine and Ebony's season passes.
Oh, cool.
So, sweet.
There you go.
We'll go on.
It's not going to cost them anything.
What's that ride called from the In-Betweeners? Is it the Nemesis Inferno? No. Which ride is it? I can't even remember.
Nemesis is Alton Towers. Nemesis Inferno is a different park. Is that Thorpe
What was the ride that you've seen the In-Betweeners, right? Where what ride did they go on at Thorpe Park?
Oh God, I can't remember.
And the guy, you guys are already like, what are they talking about?
Too funny.
In-Betweeners is like a British comedy. So
okay. Yeah, I knew what it was.
But they go to this go to one of the theme parks in the UK, and it just goes crazy. And
it is Nemesis
Inferno, yeah.
It's Nemesis Inferno, so yeah.
They just offend a lot of people, so in that show.
So what the hell is Alton Towers? Like I didn't really get it. It was like an old, like what was it? And then what did they turn it into?
It's a really.
Adam was telling me to stream. Sorry, Adam, but then I just didn't. You kind of told me, but I just didn't get it. So go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, Dan, do you know? Are you better qualified to answer this, or?
All I know is it was like, I think it was like a castle beforehand, or some sort of. It wasn't a church or anything. It was just some sort of big house or monster. No, it wasn't a monster house. It was just a
monster house.
I think it was just a castle of some sort, just genuinely like a big house, and then it got turned into a park. Like
they bought all the land around it. Like
they bought a lot of land, a lot of acres around this castle, and then I think Merlin and the team had just bought the land. I don't know when, and then decided to make it a theme park. So,
and in the actual buildings, they gutted them and put amusement park rides in it.
With the castle, I think they did. They put, is it Hex?
Hex is inside the castle.
Yeah,
yeah,
which is a great ride. It's a really great ride.
Yeah, Hex is like one of those mind kind of.
It's like Darren Brown.
Messes with your mind. Yeah, messes with your mind kind of illusion sort of ride. So. Yeah, kind of set in a kind of eerie, spooky, sort of theme. Yeah, I think the original castle was like an Iron Age fort. I mean, this is according to Wikipedia, so you've got to take it with a pinch of salt. So, because anyone could put anything about it. It was a spaceship, but yeah, it's. I think it was meant to be some sort of Iron Age fort that was kind of, a lot of stuff was going on in that land. Around like the 1st century BC. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, that's crazy if there was things there.
There's a good question in the chat there.
Oh yeah, I was just reading it.
Yeah. If you guys would like to answer it for us.
So Mike says, so do people in the UK say someone has an American accent? We always say someone has a British accent. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, whenever we see or hear like an American in London, we're just like, oh, that guy's from America. He has an American accent. I don't think we really say like, oh, he's got a New York accent or he's got a Southern accent. We just know he's from the States.
I don't know. Like, if you know America well enough and you can kind of pull out certain dialects, then yeah, you might kind of say, like, I remember when I was working in New Jersey, another 3 years ago, and some guy walked in, and New Jersey, and some guy walked in, and like, it was funny. Like, I got one kid, bless him, I got one kid come in, and he said, "Where's your accent from?" And I said, "Well, you guess." So he said Australia. I was like, no. And he said South Africa. I said no. He said New Zealand. I said, I'll give you a clue. It's in Europe. Sweden. so I was like, no, it's from the UK. Yeah, but so that was one kid that came in. But then the next guy that walked in, he was like, he saw my name badge and he was like, "You from England?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "You sound like you come from somewhere near Liverpool," which is like, Liverpool is 20, 30 miles away from me. So yeah, that was that guy was. I took my cap off to him because he knew his stuff. And yeah, and it's similar with us. If we kind of know America well enough, then you can kind of say, yeah, that they're obviously from one of the southern states. You might not know which state necessarily, and you might pick up on a New York accent. But yeah, like Dan says, mostly you would just say, "Oh, that's an American accent."
I had a great question when I was working in at Disney. It was the year that we went through Brexit, and we found out we were leaving Europe. And then this, I don't know how old he was. I think he must have been 13, 14, 15. I don't know, really young. He comes up to me and goes, "Oh, I found out that you were leaving Europe. But how is that possible? Because you're an island and you can't move away." Like, I'm like, yeah, sure. We were gonna put like propellers on the south of the island and push it away. Maybe move up towards the Antarctic. I don't know. And I was like, no. And then I said to him, "Listen, we're actually just like leaving the EU, as in so we're not actually moving away from the land." He was just so funny about it. He was great, but
I loved getting asked really, really, really funny questions when it was younger kids, like, you know, sort of age 15, 16 in when I was working in New Jersey. They asked funny questions all the time, just trying to get an understanding of what England was like. But they didn't do it the easy way. They could have just said, "What's England like?" And I would have said, you know what, we're basically exactly the same as you, but we drive on the opposite side of the road. The weather's a little bit different and things are probably a bit smaller. That would have been the easy, straightforward answer. But instead, we were asked random questions all the time, like, do you celebrate Christmas in England? Yes, we celebrate Christmas in England. Do you have telephones in England? Yes, we have telephones in England. We invented
trees in England.
Yeah. Do you have the internet? Yes, we have the internet in England. Do you have sticks of gum in England? Was another question. Do you have So
who the hell has
sticks of gum?
So it kind of got a bit tedious as the summer went on. Bearing in mind I was there for like 3.5 months. It kind of like, and we got asked this, more and more random, stupid questions. But so eventually, like just wrapping up at the end of the holiday, one of the girls said, "How are you getting back to England? Are you flying?" And I was like, "I hope so," because otherwise, that's one horrible journey. Yeah. But then she actually finally asked. She said, "What's England like?" So I said, "Okay, right. Before you ask me any more daft questions, let me just say we're exactly like you guys. We drive on the opposite side of the road. The weather's slightly different. The things are probably a bit smaller." And then, like, my girlfriend that I was with at the time, she quipped an Eddie Izzard joke and kind of said, "Oh, and we all live in castles," you know, just to kind of throw a spanner in the mix. So, and this girl, she was like, "Oh, really?" I was like, "No,
that's funny.
We're like, no, we don't live in castles, but they're dotted all around the countryside. You can go and see them. You know, some of them are just ruins now. Some of them are still fully intact, and you'll see shows and battle reenactments and jousting and, you know, sword fights and all sorts." And I couldn't restrain myself at the next bit because she said, "Wow, who does that? Specially trained actors?" And I couldn't hold back, and I said, "No, that's how we carry out the death penalty in England." Straight.
Nice. You guys are.
And
funny.
she bought it, hook, line, and sinker. We were like, "Yeah, on a big case, they televise it. You'll see, like, you know, 5 or 6 serious deaths. It's great, you know, beheadings, all sorts." And we left her with that. That was the image of England. We have the death penalty. People fight to the death, and it was yeah. If you're going to throw loads of random ridiculous questions at us, like, you know, it's fun to mess around back. So,
the best one, I feel like.
Anyway, take care. Bye bye.
Hey, Mike wants you guys to do your best American accents.
Oh no!
Oh God, no.
Yes.
I don't want to wake my folks up. So.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was it.
Wait, that was your accent?
Yeah.
Well, I already tried doing it when I tried to say pawn shop, but that was terrible.
Do it again. Almost there.
Where's AJ when you need him? Adam, let's hear yours, Adam. And then also,
oh God, you don't want me to sit here and to put on an American.
I know. I already did mine. You have to do yours now.
Yeah.
Well, oh God.
Look at DG Explorers. Look what he put. Read that in your American accent. Good.
That's in English, though, because he put mum. So that's in English. Someone asked my mum, how long did it take for her to learn English? She's British. She's from Wimbledon. So that's like.
That's funny.
But if that was an American, then someone would ask my mom.
Oh, that was pretty good.
That was good. Bad.
Someone would ask my mom, how long did it take for her to learn English? Something like that.
Nice.
See, Adam's an actor, and I'm just not.
I'm amazed by people are like from like I don't just maybe some from British accents or like from even Australia when they in American movies. I'm like, wow, they're from Australia. They do interviews. They're like,
a lot of actors are from England and Australia, which is really, really the best question I got asked. I think it was 2016, just leading on from what Adam was saying, was like, everyone in America seems like every British person knows the Queen. So I was asked, do you know the Queen? And I'm like, well, do you know Obama? And she was like really confused by it. And I'm like, well, I said to her, that's the same thing. Like, I know we're a lot smaller, and you know, I'm maybe an hour away from Buckingham Palace, but that doesn't mean I know her.
She didn't invite you over for tea today. Come on,
of course not. I've got a better chance seeing her wax model of Madame Tussauds.
The Queen's going to the pub next week, so she's coming to pub talk.
She's joining us for pub talk.
My old mate Liz.
Nice. That's too funny.
Pub talk with Liz.
Pub talk with Liz. Yeah.
All right, guys. I know it's late there for you guys, so
I'm still jet lagged. So
yeah, I know you are.
I'm just a night owl. I don't care. I'll have another whiskey.
So real quick, Adam. Well, hold on. Wait, let me get this. Here we go. Hold on.
Well, it's only Tuesday, so it's a long week to go.
Nice.
So in fact, I'm on day what? I'm on a 12-day straight. So day 9, is it 10? 9 or 10 now. So yeah.
For work.
Cheers.
No, cheers,
yeah, with work. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, chin.
Cheers.
So Dan, is there any other cool stuff in from Disney World that we didn't know about from your streams or whatever?
Well, apart from the 10-shot Beverly challenge, no, just a lot of new stuff, meeting new people and going on some rides I've never done before. Toy Story Land was great. Slinky Dog was awesome, and just seeing all the new things and just being there, and it's not really a vacation for me. It's more like going back to my old workplace, but not going backstage. But I just loved every moment. I just got a lot of vlogs to edit and to get out for you guys, and it all seems to be going quite well. But the next one is quite a laugh actually, because what I've completely forgot about Florida is sometimes you get monsoon rainstorms.
Mm-hmm.
And it was our first day, and we get off the bus, and it just starts monsooning down. And me and my friends decided to dress up as our first night. Like, they were all in dresses. I was in like a nice, like, just shirt and trousers, whatever. And we had to run to the monorail, and we just got just trenched on. Like, it was literally just soaking wet. And we got to the restaurant. We were at Kona Cafe, and even before we sat down, they were just giving us towels to like wrap around. Everyone was like looking at us. It's just like, why are these people so wet? And we sat down at the table, and everyone's just looking at us. I was like, wait, these people are gonna eat here? They're soaking wet. And I mean, that's coming up next vlog, so it's quite an entertaining vlog. And just a lot of great stuff. And I love Disney. Just going back there, just coming over to the US in general, and just being over and being in the same time difference as you guys. So except for Adam, obviously. But yeah, it's been it was a really fun trip. So yeah, but it's good to be back as well.
And you were a while. You were like 10 days.
I was there for 11 days. Yeah. We literally, I didn't really stop. Like, the first day we went to Universal Studios, and then I was like, you know what? Magic Kingdom's open till 1 a.m. So I'll go hang out Magic Kingdom. I was still jet lagged. I was still really tired, and just make the most of it. I didn't want to go to bed. I wasn't tired, and that's where I met up with Nick and Jen and Corey, and it was just really, really fun. And but by the end of the vacation, I was out. Like, I slept the whole way back, and it was like a 9-hour flight. I slept the whole way because I was just completely out of it. So yeah,
that's the thing I always find when you fly out there, like from the UK. When you fly out, if you make yourself adjust to the time zone quickly enough, then it's not a problem. Like, when I fly out there, like, the typical flying day is you'll get up at maybe 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 a.m. And you'll set off to the airport at maybe 6 a.m. or whatever. You fly out at maybe 9 or 10. So by the time you've done an 8-hour flight or whatever, your body clock's telling you it's maybe 6 p.m. when it's only sort of 1 or 2 p.m. And by the time you get to your hotel anyway, you've gone through customs, which takes forever in America. And by the time you got to your hotel and everything like that, it's normally, Orlando time, you're normally looking at maybe 6 p.m. or something like that, like 5, 6 p.m., which to you now is 10 or 11 at night. And you've been up since 4 a.m. You should be knackered and ready to go to sleep. But if I always force myself to stay awake, and so my body clock's now telling me I've been up for 24 hours solid or whatever. But then by the time I do go to sleep, I've adjusted fine, ready for the next morning. I'm good to go. But when you get to the later parts of the holiday, that's when it catches up.
Tough.
Like,
it was tough.
Yeah. And when you land back in the UK, it's horrendous.
I haven't slept properly back in the UK for 3 days now, and
so the second day is the worst. Forget it.
I mean, it's good for you guys because the live streams go until late in the morning. So
Mike from our team life, our buddy, says Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey is the best ride ever. Changed my mind. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I haven't ridden it in a long time. It is a great ride. So.
It's really good.
But it's funny actually because when I went to Florida, not last year, but in 2014, I thought Escape from Gringotts was better than Forbidden Journey.
We don't know.
Then last year I flipped it around. I was like, no, Forbidden Journey's Forbidden Journey's far better. So.
Well, I preferred The Mummy over both of them.
Oh, really?
I loved The Mummy. I'm a big roller coaster guy, and that just got me going, and just loved it.
Yeah, I do enjoy The Mummy, but it has like a couple of stops that are just like they crush you on the lap bar. Not pleasant, so.
Why are you stopping?
Yeah. But The Mummy's great, but yeah, no, I think Forbidden Journey is the best ride at Universal, definitely.
I was asking what the main highlight was. That's what I was kind of asking too, Mike. Thanks.
Food? No. I do love the food there, but it's not really surprising. No, I loved just like meeting up with just some friends and meeting up with new people and just kind of just streaming and
live
vlogging.
streamers. You like your friends like when you work there. Well, you get to meet a lot of those people up with those people, right?
Yeah, so I went out with 3 friends. 2 of them were also former cast members, and that was great just being with them and just having that, reminiscing on those times together. But just sometimes they just wanted to do their own thing, like they wanted to go and see princesses and stuff, and I was like, you know what, I don't really want to do that. It's not like I like character greets, they're great, but I don't want to do it all the time. And when I found out, Nick was there and Arjons was there and Josh and Jenna and Jen from Streaming the Magic was there, and a Disney Life for me. I was like, you know what? These are the guys who I want to meet and just get to know, and just having that, having that great time just with them was just amazing, and just taking it all in. I don't really have like a favorite thing about it. I just loved all of it. So I know it's a really boring answer.
Just answered for you, Dan. Arjons has answered for you in the chat. Meeting Arjons was your highlight.
That is true.
5 words or less. Meeting Arjons. What's your impression? 5 words or less. Describe Arjons.
5 words or less. The absolute legend.
Okay, I'll take 3 words.
Dan,
Disney legend.
Am I right in thinking that when you met Arjons, that was actually a better moment than when you met the Queen? Can you confirm or deny?
Dude, I would take Arjons as my monarch.
Nice.
Like he could take over the Commonwealth. He could take over. Like he is the man. Like you just can't imagine just like being in Epcot, right? You have Resort TV 1 with 33,000 subscribers. You got Nick, who's one of the best guys on YouTube. He's absolutely awesome. But when Arjons is there, the presence, like it's like walking into. It's like Yoda, like he just comes, like the wisdom and it's just the presence. He's there, and he's just the best guy. He's awesome. So
I think they need to like slightly re-image the UK pavilion at Epcot to have like a mini Buckingham Palace, but then when you go in, you just have Arjons sat on a throne, just like that.
Why doesn't Arjons have his own meet and greet?
Nice. You know what I like about Arjons? And like I had a friend growing up. His name was Rob, and I was Rob, and he was Quiet Rob. And I perceive Richard as being on the quiet type, but then like he, in my opinion, just has a great guy, and I feel like he has this great like a presence. Like I said, I'm not even joking about it, but I think like he just he cracks me up once in a while, and he just John Gray, So I just that's how I perceive him. So is that true? Like he just like he'll say like zingers and he'll say stuff and like he's just kind of easygoing and stuff. That's what he seems like. So
he's just like one of the nicest guys and easy, like just the easiest person to talk to just about anything. He just looks after you the whole time, and just like he's just the man. Like the amount of support he does on everybody's live streams is the same when you meet him, or even more than that. Like he just is the guy who would just like he's just like the guy.
See, next
he's
time,
like the Hulk Hogan of YouTube.
I'd love to see you do the Beverly Challenge with Arjun.
Mike has just made an interesting point, but I can answer that anyway because Mike said they need an animatronic for Arjons, but that's actually back in the shop at the moment because, like, it's actually a fact that the best animatronic on Disney property was the Arjons animatronic, but then they had to reuse it for the Wicked Witch in the Great Movie Ride because obviously that became the best animatronic. Nice. So that was the Arjons animatronic, which was then reused as the Wicked Witch of the West one. Now, obviously, Great Movie Ride's closed. I think they're retheming it back to the Arjons one, so it'll be used probably on another attraction soon. I think, but that's what I heard anyway. So
it will make the shaman in Navi River Journey look like just like the Tiki Birds.
Does the shaman have a name?
Shaman.
Blue. No, that's the raptor from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, guys. I'm gonna edit here because I know you guys. Hopefully, you're getting tired. I think you guys are animatronics. Adam and Dan are animatronics because they're never tired. They're unbelievable.
I think Caesar's turned into an animatronic because he's not commented for about 20 minutes.
Let's go to Caesar. Let's talk about Caesar. Caesar, get some plugs in here. We'll kind of start wrapping it up here. So, talk to
he's
Caesar. He's up. He's an animatronic.
He's having his afternoon nap.
We'll do the animatronic from the Great Alien Ride. Sigourney Weaver. Go ahead, Caesar. You have the floor. Go ahead. There she is.
I got nothing left to say.
Nothing? You don't want to plug your channels there? Definitely check out Caesar's channels. He has a new channel. I'm the second subscriber ever. Definitely. Caesar's great. If you like him here, his content's great. I believe in him. He was all pumped over the weekend. He was starting to do his new channel and everything. So
I'm working on channel art actually right now, so I'm just kind of distracted.
Talking. Well, thank you for joining us. Sorry we start getting a little off tangent, but we got some movie stuff in there for you. So
it's all good, man. It's your thingy. It's your, I'll go ahead and plug right now. Be sure to subscribe to HIMT as well as HIMT Plays and as well as Caesar G Salad, man. Go ahead and support all three of those channels if you guys would like to.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm good with that kind of plug. I'm just gonna toss my link in the chat.
Are you going back live? Are you gonna go back live on your chat?
I was thinking about it, but I'm not so sure.
You guys want to go join Caesar, so you can put the link in there. It's up to you.
Probably not going to go live now. Supposed to record a few videos, and I haven't done anything. So,
DizneyDan back from his home, Disney World. It must suck coming back because you love it so much. So.
Oh, dude, like it just.
When's your next trip? I thought you were going to get into that before, but.
Trying to get there in April, more likely August, September. We haven't really decided yet, just because
we're really going to go before Galaxy's Edge or next September. You're saying, right?
I'm trying to August, September. I want to be down there when my partner channels are there. So Miggy's Magic, Megan, and Corey Fiasco. So maybe do like a Halloween meetup. Maybe I don't know. We haven't really decided yet as a whole. Next year. But I'm just trying to get over the Disney blues now, and that doesn't really help because I'm pumping up the vlogs. So I'm just it's been thanks guys for checking out the live streams. Those were just amazing.
They were fun. They were really good. I tried to get in there as much as I could. You know that. So.
Yeah. And then, no, but they were fantastic. And
when do they start Halloween in August?
Oh, they've already started. They start in like a week. They start in a week. Like they're ready to go.
It's crazy.
And but yeah, just plugs for my channel. Just got vlogs. I'm gonna try and do maybe 2 vlogs a week.
Great.
Disney Food Fridays on Friday, and then Disney Fiasco Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that'll be back on my channel. It was on Mickey's Magic's channel before for 2 weeks because obviously I was away, but now it's back on my channel. And
definitely,
guys, we're killing it. So I'm just thanks for all the support, guys.
500 subscribers.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Ooh. Thanks.
Then the man AdamsLand, and Ebony's little channel.
Yo.
Congratulations. You got your 100 subscribers a couple weeks ago, so congratulations on that.
I did. I'm now on 137, I think.
Awesome.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, 138. So that's it's moving along. looking forward to going to Paris next weekend. Yeah, not this weekend, coming next weekend. So,
nice.
Which is the bank holiday in the UK. So,
I don't think I got an answer from you. You're going to do a stream for Resort TV 1, of course, which is awesome.
Yes.
And then are you going to stream on your own too? I didn't get an answer.
Yes,
on that.
I'll do a stream.
Okay.
I'll do a stream on Adam as well. So, yeah, I mean, there's 2 parks there. So, I mean, I'm going to try and stream both parks at some point. Obviously, the main park, I'll do the Resort TV 1. I might even park hop if I can keep the stream going. I know obviously sometimes it's tricky going through security and stuff, so but we'll see what happens.
I've never seen a stream from Disneyland Paris, as you educated me on. So the name.
Yeah. So yes, Disneyland Paris.
I knew that. I just forgot. Sorry.
Formerly Euro Disney, yeah.
Yes.
So but yeah, so looking forward to doing that. Yeah, and then obviously when it comes to Florida, I was out for dinner this evening with my friend Kerry, and that's who I went to Florida with last year, and she's kind of looking at booking, I think October the 19th, 2019, for 2 weeks. So that's when we're going to look to go back to Florida. So, so yeah, I'm just looking to try and get the right price for me and Ebony at the moment, because the prices I've been looking at are ridiculous.
Oh, I think I saw that you were saying,
yeah. So I mean, she's managed to get it for a decent price, and that's for 4 people. So obviously, we'll see what happens. So,
okay, very good.
Yeah, but that's when I'm looking to go back. Is October 2019.
And of course, my channel, RobFuz. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that like button. And I got dropped that rope too, our little network of Disney theme park creators. And I got these random hangouts and pub talk and Frankie Fridays too. So definitely check out those shows. Thank you so much. And thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I just said, hey, anyone want to come on? And Dan and Adam jumped right in. Caesar didn't know, but I knew he was coming anyway. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
We knew Caesar was coming before Caesar knew he was coming.
Yeah. I think I might do another hangout. This was fun. You know, like we don't need a topic. We just jump on, you know. And you'll have jet lag in a couple of days there. Dan, so maybe tomorrow.
We need to line up another pub talk soon as well. So,
just check out my channel. Oh yeah, definitely check out Diamond Films. He's doing he has his channel. And he's on Twitch too. Just definitely check out his thing. He does he's gonna have a schedule too. He's doing like Mondays, Sundays, like Wednesdays, and he's with me on Fridays. So he's gonna do he's gonna do some stuff too.
Check out the Arjon's channel, because that's got some amazing content.
How many subscribers, Arjon's, are you at? It's good seeing you, Arjon. Thank you so much.
He is
the content is unbelievable.
He's at 456.
456, no content. So Arjon's, you call bluff, buddy. I'm telling you, you get the 1,000. You don't live stream, I'm gonna be very mad. I'm gonna come down there and protest.
Just don't do what I do and say you're gonna do a 24-hour stream and don't do it.
People are still mad at you for that. It's too funny.
I think Caesar's more annoyed.
Oh yeah, that's Caesar. Caesar was the bad one.
They were like, what are you doing?
It's all right. But you know what? You're such a good guy, Dan.
I'm going to get you doing that 24-hour stream at some point. I'm going to sit there behind you, kicking you until you have to stay awake. Do it.
I think Adam's the man to do it. Like, if anyone's to do it, it's the two of you. It would be great. Maybe you'd take shifts, the two of you, between the two.
Yeah,
don't do that. Do the full 24 hours. Just stay up.
I'll need a lot of Red Bull.
So are you gonna? I was gonna say you're gonna do that. Are you gonna do that again? I was gonna say you're gonna pull that stunt again, but it wasn't a stunt. Your heart was there. You wanted to do it. That was the thing. I knew you wanted to do it. So
I feel like I have to redeem myself.
I think
you should do it today. Now that you have jet lag, just go for it. Just give it another shot.
I can't do it now. I've already been up for like 4 days straight.
Well, that's part of that challenge, man. You'll be fine.
I should have started 4 days ago.
24-hour challenge in Disney World, which is pretty awesome. So
they used to do that, but
we'll save this topic for next time.
Yeah, we
will ever attempt a 24-hour challenge.
If I'd done the Beverly challenge, I could do this.
What, Adam?
I'm going to throw in a quick check out our theme life as well, because Mike's always hanging with us in the chat and talking and everything. So make sure you check out our theme life, because Jen and Mike are awesome.
Yeah, they're working on their podcast, and I can't wait. And I keep bugging them. I'm like, "Where's this podcast?" I'm so excited, but they're just fine tweaking it. Hopefully, this month they'll have their podcast coming. And Mike and Jen are awesome. Definitely, thank you so much. Whoever else was in the channel here, definitely check out all these channels. So
amazing, Julia.
Julia.
Ron's popped in.
Yeah, hey Ron.
Ron's popped in. D&G Explorers.
Yeah.
Ben was on here too. Yeah, thanks guys.
Ben was in before. Donna's popped in. Hey Donna.
Hey Donna. What's going on? Donna just popped in now. Yeah, we're totally ending Donna. Sorry.
Captain Akron's in as well.
Haley.
Oh, yeah. You can do it. Haley. Yeah. Corey. Meg's not around, but definitely check out Mickey's Magic as well.
That's because Meg's in theaters everywhere right now.
Oh, yes.
So,
the podcast is out. It's coming. It's out this month, says Mike. So I think we're all going to be.
I'm going to let the cat out of the bag, Mike.
I want some Mike talk, man.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about the production on it. It's great. That's why it really teases me too. What?
Got them Shure SM78 microphones or what?
Yeah, this good equipment.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
All right, guys. Thanks again. I'll be back again. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe Thursday
night.
In a few
hours from now.
Maybe Wednesday and Thursday. Maybe in a few hours. I'm going nuts here. I'm having fun. So, hey, look, I have fun. I love talking to you guys. Thank you so much. And hey, what the hell? People are going to come watch us. Then what the hell will come on? So thank you guys. Good night, Adam. Good night, Dan. And,
good night,
Caesar's just getting up from California. So have a great night, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hit that like button. Subscribe to us. We appreciate it. Thanks, guys.